Welcome to Yenko Africa. My name is Ama. I want to thank you guys for tuning in on today. And today I am going to make a meal, one that I crave so very much when I'm abroad. They do have sweet potatoes, and I was able to make this recipe the last time I was abroad. But because the orange potatoes, they do have some orange potatoes. If you're in Ghana, ask them in the market for kofi yam. Kofi yam. They do have the yellow type yam but or sweet potato, but it's not as orange as ours, so it doesn't give the same flavor. But those that ate the potato bread there really liked it. So today I'm going to make what we call Gullah sweet potato bread. Jamaicans call it Jamaican pudding. So I'm not sure if you make it where you are. If you do, tell me the name of it, but typically we call it sweet potato bread, although it is not a bread. There is such a thing as a sweet potato bread, but this is more like a thick pie without a crust. So the ingredients include flour, nutmeg, cinnamon, evaporated milk, sugar, butter, vanilla extract. You'll see that I have all these things here, and also eggs. I'm going to put in 2 eggs. I don't measure anything, guys, really I don't, but I will tell you in this I put in 2 eggs. Of the butter, I will use 1 stick, and then later on I will add an additional third stick of a butter, not a third stick, but 1/3 of a stick of butter. All right, and so in just a second you'll see how I peel those potatoes and how things go from there. All right, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you'll enjoy this share. All right, so you see, guys, that this looks much less than what I thought it would, but it actually came out to be everything that I needed to complete this. So that's the 6 or 7 potatoes. I think 7 potatoes peeled. That's the eggs. Do not add the eggs until after you have mixed everything and you've tasted everything. The flour, I'm not going to use all of that. Some of that's going to go to line the pan for baking. All right. And that's the butter melted. That's 1 stick of butter melted, and I'll add the other third later. All right, so this is the bowl with all the ingredients in there. I just, shook the nutmeg till I thought that was enough. I shook the cinnamon until I thought that was enough. I, poured some sugar until I thought it was enough, and poured some evaporated milk. It's just the same thing. I do not measure, guys. Honestly, I don't. Pinch some flour in there. I do not like a lot of flour because of, just my response to flour. Remember, vanilla extract does have alcohol in there, so if you're sensitive to alcohol, I've never been a drinker, but if you have a sensitivity to alcohol, you want to stay completely away, remember it's in the vanilla extract. So this is the second round. After I tasted it, it tastes really good, but I wanted it to have that extra taste, so I added a pinch more flour and then all of the other ingredients except the eggs, and then I will mix it again, and then I'll taste it, and then afterwards I'll add the eggs if once everything gets to my liking. All right, so this is after I mixed it. I like the way it tastes. Now I'm going to add the eggs in here, and then you'll see how the consistency changes with the pudding. Now remember, guys, this is going to be a no crust pie, right? So you can add as much flour as you want, but remember, too much flour is going to give it that floury or bread taste. All right, so if you want to taste the real flavor of sweet potatoes, just add enough flour to make it stick together, but not too much. Now, on the end you're going to see where my pie doesn't have that much flour, but I tell you guys, it stuck together just fine. There was no problem with it falling apart. I just don't like a lot of flour in mine. All right, so this is the whipped sweet potato bread ingredients with the eggs. You can see how the eggs give it a lighter look, right? And now it's ready to be poured into the pan for baking. All right, so I took the butter sheet and I wiped the pan, and then I used the flour to coat the pan as well. Not too much, and then I would shake it out. So you know how to do that. Just put the flour in, shake it into the pan, and then the excess you just shake it off into the sink or wherever you're going to put it. All right. Now the pan sizes that I'm using here, one is about an 8.5 by 11, I think, and the other, the smaller one, is a 6 by 9. I forgot that I had a larger pan, which is behind these pans now. I forgot that I had that after I poured these in, then I realized that there was a third pan. All right, so these are two separate pies, and I'm going to put them in at the same time. The smaller pie I just went ahead and put on the top. I wanted to make sure the bigger one was cooked, properly, that there would be no problems, but they actually both cooked well. All right. And so if you want to put all of them in a larger pan, that would definitely do. All right, so this is the end result of the pie. I like mine crisp around the edges. I think this may be where I put it in the oven and actually let it get a little bit more crispy. I'm not sure. It may not be, because I like mine crispier. I really do. Not burnt, but crispy. Now you see the sides there. That's actually some of the sweet potato that wasn't down with the rest of it. Yeah, this is pre-crisp, okay? It actually, you see the sides of it is not burnt. It's just this outside layer here that's a little bit more crispy. So after I show you this, I've actually put it into the oven again to cook just a little bit more. It's already done. So if you like it like this, you can eat it. I just like my edges crisper, and so that's what I'm going to do. All right, and so that's the final result there. You can see here I was preparing to make me some fried cabbage, rice, and some meatloaf. All right, so you know how this meal went. It was delicious. All right, so guys, I hope that everything that this has helped you. If you want to try this recipe, if you make this in your in your town, your village, wherever you are, let me know, and just share with me some of your favorite pies that you like to make. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a wonderful day, and shalom.